Hey, Louis. Our plans for my birthday tomorrow are still all in place, right?
Hey, Wendy. Yeah, I did just as you asked. I've got to stay in the penthouse of that really fancy hotel in town. And I also make sure to talk to the hotel and arrange for the birthday package to be included in our stay.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. The only thing is that I've decided to go with someone else, actually. Not you.
Wait, what do you mean someone else? Who else would you be going to the hotel with?
Well, I'd be going with my new boyfriend, of course.
Your new boyfriend? Sorry, I'm not sure that I'm following.
Okay, let me explain. I want to go and spend my birthday in this really fancy hotel with my new boyfriend. Do you get it now?
No, I don't! What new boyfriend are you talking about? I mean, you and I are engaged. Are you telling me that you're seeing another man?
Yeah. I guess that's a pretty simple way to put it.
But I proposed to you and you said yes.
Yeah, I did do that. But it was only because I was getting worried about being my age and not being married yet. So I decided that I would marry the person who proposed to me who made the most money. And my new boyfriend Chad makes way more than you do. Not only that, but he's also just a much more interesting guy. So, anyways, to reiterate, I'm going to be spending my birthday at the hotel with Chad and not you. Get it this time?
Are you kidding me? What about us? Do you have any idea how hard it was to book the penthouse at this place? How long the wait was? How much it cost me?
Yeah, and I'm sure that you did a great job booking everything. But I would really just be bored going with you. So I want you to give up your spot for Chad, okay?
Why do you keep saying that? How am I boring?
Look, Louis, I am thankful for you making these reservations. I really am. And it would just be terrible of you to waste that effort by canceling them now. So Chad and I are going to make the best of them the way I know you would want us to. So, anyways, Chad. Not you, Chad. Get it?
And you really think that I'm just going to roll over and let this happen?
What do you mean?
I mean, you really think that I'm going to let you and this other random guy enjoy the reservations that I made for us?
Yes? Oh, cool. Chad just said he was willing to pay you back, so we're all good, right?
So then you two are together with each other right now?
Yeah, he's right here with me.
Wow. I guess I just had no idea how good you were at lying to people.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means that our engagement is off. You and I are not getting married.
Well, duh, that was obvious already. That wasn't what I was talking about. I want to know what's going to happen to the hotel reservations.
I haven't decided yet. Just leave me alone. Hey, Carmela, are you there? I was just wondering if you're going to be free the next couple of days. Ideally, you and your husband, if you know his schedule.
Oh, hey, little bro. Can I ask him his schedule? Why do you want to know if we're free those days?
Well, if I didn't have any plans, I have a free night at the Livingston Resort if you two would like it.
Hold on a second. You mean the Livingston Resort? Are you kidding me? That place is blowing up all over social media. I heard it was almost impossible to get a booking there. You're talking about that place, right?
Yep, that's the one.
Hold on a second. We couldn't take your reservations. I mean, you and Wendy should go there. It would be perfect for an engaged couple to spend some quality time together. Besides, isn't it her birthday this weekend? I'm sure she'd love to go to a place like that with you.
Right, well, about that. There was going to be the original plan, but now that is not going to work out.
Wait, really? What happened? Did you two have a fight or something like that?
I guess you could say it's closer to something like that.
Well, I'm not really sure what's going on between you two, but surely there's gotta be a way to fix things, right?
Normally I would agree with you, but I don't think this is one of those times, unfortunately. She was cheating on me! She cheated on me and said that she didn't want to get married anymore.
You're kidding me. Did she really say that?
She did! And not only that, but after I worked so hard to book one of the best rooms in the hotel, she asked if she could keep the plans so that her and her new boyfriend could go.
I don't believe it. I had no idea that Wendy was that kind of person. But I understand why you would never want to let her have those plans. Why don't you just cancel the reservation?
I thought about it. But after all the work I put into getting it, I figured it's better not to waste it. So anyways, that's why I was wondering if you and your husband would like to stay there for the night instead.
Well, I just asked Tom, and he was all too eager to take you up on your offer. He's also very grateful for it.
Great! I suppose you can explain to him the full context of what happened later. But anyways, I'll go ahead and chase the name of the reservation and let you know when I do. Either way, you should be able to give your or my name and get in the room just fine.
Amazing! This is so exciting! Thank you so much. We won't forget this. Lewis, are you there? You're not going to believe what happened. This is total BS.
What do you mean? I thought that you two would have been checking into a hotel right now. Did something happen?
Well, we pulled up to the hotel and Wendy was there at the front desk when we walked in.
You're kidding me! Was she really there?
Yeah, she tried to check in using your name, but then the people at the front desk told her that the names on the reservation had been changed. But I guess that Wendy threw such a fit about it being a mistake that the people at the front desk finally let her check into the room.
I see. Well, that is really crazy. But I take it that she didn't see you and Tom?
Well, I got a little dressed up and put on some makeup today, and Tom put on some nice clothes as well, so maybe she just didn't recognize us outside of our casual clothing.
Oh, well, that's a good thing, I guess.
But also, Wendy was there with a guy. Is the guy she's cheating on you with named Chad Sigmund?
I actually haven't gotten around to doing that much digging into whom it was that Wendy was cheating on me with. I only know that his first name is Chad. But I haven't learned his last name, and Wendy never said.
I see. Well, if she told you his name is Chad, then it has to be the same person.
And this guy is someone that you know then?
Well, he's someone that Tom knows through work, actually.
You're kidding. Wow, what a small world. That is so crazy.
It really is. So anyways, we can meet up again soon and I'll tell you all that Tom knows about this Chad guy. But anyways, I also wanted to let you know that we sneakily took some pictures of the two of them to serve as proof of their affair. We'll send those over to you soon.
Wow, Carmela, thank you so much. You two have been a huge help in all of this.
It's our pleasure. But Tom and I have been talking, and we figured that since it's the weekend, we probably only have until Monday to come up with a plan of attack.
Right. Good thinking. I guess I'll try and think of something by then. Thanks again for all your help, sis.
Louis, are you there? Why didn't you ever tell me about any of this? I heard that you know that Chad worked at the company that your brother-in-law runs.
Yeah, I actually just heard about that for the first time a couple of days ago.
Oh, really? So you didn't know either?
I didn't. But I tried to give Carmela and Tom the reservations that I had made for us. But when they went to check in, you were already in line in front of them. They told me all about the scene you caused to check into the room.
You mean, those two were standing right behind me that whole time?
That's right. Not only that, but they were texting about it after you left to go inside the room. That was also when they realized that they knew the man you were cheating on me with.
What the heck is going on here? Did you seriously try to change the reservation so that I couldn't get the room? You have no idea how embarrassing it was having to cause a scene like that to get what I thought was a birthday present for me. But thanks to you giving Carmela and Tom the reservations, they saw what happened and who I was with. And now apparently Chad is in trouble at work. He was in line for a promotion, but now apparently it's not happening anymore.
Oh, really? Yeah, that adds up. I know that Tom is normally the type of person who never mixes business with pleasure. But I guess even a guy like that couldn't stand by while he was hiring the man who stole his brother-in-law's fiancée. Don't you hate when your boss has a heart?
But what are we supposed to do? I mean, what is going to happen to Chad? More importantly, what is going to happen to his career?
Why do you think that I have the answer to either of those?
Because this is all your fault. None of this would be happening if you hadn't given away my hotel reservation.
I'm going to have to beg to differ here. I had no idea that the guy you were cheating on me with worked for Tom. And either way, you should have turned around when you found out that the reservation was no longer under your name. But instead, you threw a hissy fit until you got your way, causing trouble for everyone around you.
So you're saying that all of this is my fault? How am I to blame when I just wanted to find the richest husband that I could? I didn't want something like this to happen. Hey, Louis, what the heck is this notice in the mail that we just got? Are you seriously suing both of us? We've already broken off our engagement. You can't do this to us.
I see that the letter from my lawyer has arrived finally.
You aren't really serious about any of this, are you?
Do you think they send those kinds of documents out for fun? Of course I'm serious. And if you read through it, you'll see that I'm suing you for cheating after you had accepted my marriage proposal.
But I've never heard of someone getting sued for something like that.
Well, then you should brush up on the law, I guess. Because I have a lawyer who tells me I'm well within my rights to be doing this.
So you really went out and hired a lawyer for all of this?
How do you think lawsuits work? Anyways, you should send those papers and offer for settlement. You are more than welcome to just pay that amount, and we could call this whole thing done.
Well then, I take back what I said. I do want to get married to you again.
Wait, what? Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. And now that we're back together, There is no way that you can sue me for this. All right, I think that takes care of that.
Sorry. I meant, are you kidding? Like, do you actually think I'm going to buy that? You cheated on me. You think I'm just going to take you back like that?
What do you mean?
I mean that I think you're forgetting about a lot of the things right now. For example, Chad's wife is going to be suing him and you for your affair in the same time that I'm suing the both of you right now.
She is? Why is she doing that?
Literally the same reason I am. Were you not getting about this? Besides, we have more than enough proof to prove our cases against you without a shadow of a doubt.
But you can't do this to us. It isn't fair. We aren't going to be able to afford to pay for all of that.
Well, then you two shouldn't have cheated in the first place, huh?
I just wanted to marry a rich man. Is that really so bad? I mean, I already quit my job because I was sure this was going to work.
Wow. Well, you shouldn't have done that. But don't forget that you were the one who stabbed me in the back. So if you think that I'm going to go easy on either of you, you've got another thing coming. Why don't you just pay me what you owe me and then get out of my life forever?
Please don't do this. Don't do this to me.
Wendy tried calling her company back to ask for her letter of resignation to be cancelled, but she was too late. And since she quit, she received no severance package or benefits to speak of. And by the time the lawsuits were over, neither her nor Chad were left with any savings in their account. They tried asking their parents for help, but neither of them were interested in saving their children from the consequences of their own actions. Now, the two of them live together in a tiny apartment working several jobs just to survive. I hear that the police come over frequently because of all the fighting that could be heard coming from their room.
Hello, is this Mrs. Leon? This is Chris, Sean's fiance.
Good evening, Chris. Thanks for coming with Sean and greeting us the other day.
It was nothing. About Sean.
What is it?
It's not him, it's you.
What? Did I do something to offend you?
I'll tell you this straight. Stop pretending to be his mother when you aren't even related.
What?
I heard that you're his father's second wife. I don't like how you pretended to be his mother even though you're not.
Well, we aren't related by blood, I guess, but I married his father when he was 13, and we've been family for almost 20 years now. Sean treats me like I'm his mother. I raised him like he was my own son, too.
Stop it, it's annoying.
Annoying?
It's no use trying to make me feel bad for you. I'm not so dumb as to be fooled by such a lame story.
You seem to be quite hostile.
How you start is important when it comes to things like this. Which is why I'm going to say it clearly right now. I'm going to marry Sean. But you aren't related to him, so you're not going to be my mother-in-law. I'm not going to listen to what you, a complete stranger, says. Do you understand?
I see. Understood.
Don't come to the wedding either.
What? The wedding as well?
Yes, and the family gathering too.
I don't want to seem nosy, but shouldn't both the parents be there?
That isn't a problem. I have it planned out already. Don't come to the wedding. You're just a stranger.
I see. I was thinking about deciding how to get along with your relatives once I got to know you better. But I didn't think I would be shunned upon this much just because I'm Sean's stepmother.
As long as you understand. Oh, that reminds me. Don't tell the others you won't come to the family gathering or the wedding yet, okay?
Why?
I have a surprise planned for Sean and his father before the family gathering, which is why I want you to not say anything unnecessary.
What kind of surprise?
I'm not going to tell you, the complete stranger. I won't forgive you if you tell anyone, okay?
Mom? Did you hear from Chris about today?
Huh? Oh, hi, Sean. What do you mean?
Me and Dad were called to a nearby restaurant by Chris. She said that there's something she needs to tell us. But she wouldn't come even after the time we agreed to meet. So I wondered if she told you anything.
I haven't heard anything.
Oh, I see.
I'll tell you if I hear anything.
Thanks.
Why? Why didn't they like my surprise? Did you bribe them or something?
Chris? What's the matter?
Is it fun ruining my surprise? Isn't this a bit rude? Just because you won't be able to act like his mother anymore doesn't mean you can do such a thing.
The surprise you told me about the other day was today? Judging by your tone, it didn't work?
Stop playing dumb. You knew about it and ruined it.
But I didn't do anything. I don't even know what this surprise of yours is.
What? You ruined it precisely because you knew. Stop lying.
Can you please stop assuming I did something?
Besides, I only found out you called Sean and his father 20 minutes ago when Sean sent me a text.
What? Sean?
He told me you didn't come even after the agreed meeting time, so he asked if I had heard anything from you.
The person I was with was late, which is why I was late as well.
So there was someone you wanted Sean and my husband to meet? Both Sean and his father noticed immediately who it was, got mad, and left as soon as I brought her.
The two of them are usually so kind. There's not many people they would treat like that. Just who did you bring?
Miss Duncan.
Miss Duncan? Oh, I see. No wonder they got mad.
What? Why? She's Sean's real mother and your husband's former wife, who he wouldn't have divorced if it wasn't for you.
She is Sean's real mother, but where did you get the idea that my husband didn't want to get divorced with Catherine?
She said it herself.
Why did you contact her in the first place? You don't know her, right?
I had the thought that he would be happy if I reunited him with his actual mother when I heard that you were his stepmother. So I hired a detective agency and...
You hired a detective agency?
Then I heard from Miss Duncan about the divorce.
What did she tell you?
She told me that the reason they got divorced was because Mr. Leon cheated on her with you. And that she wasn't able to get custody of Sean since she was struggling financially at the time. She also said that she hasn't met Sean ever since and cried.
You didn't ask Sean or his father about this. You could have even asked me.
Huh? I didn't ask you because I knew there was no way you would tell the truth.
And what makes you think so?
Because you're the one who stole Mr. Leon from Miss Duncan, right?
Huh?
There's no way I would be able to trust you, the reason for the divorce. I don't want a woman like that to pretend to be Sean's mother and congratulate us on our marriage either. I was planning on making Mr. Leon reflect on his past mistakes by reuniting him with Miss Duncan. And in the end convince him on agreeing to remove you from the wedding.
You keep saying all these things. But you didn't even bother asking anyone other than Miss Duncan, someone you just met.
Well, she's probably much more trustworthy than someone who would steal a husband from his wife.
And who told you that I stole Sean's father from Miss Duncan? Only her, right? You're making a big misunderstanding.
Huh? Misunderstanding?
Yes, quite a big one. You went out of your way and hired a detective agency, but you failed to do the simplest thing. What's your problem? Sean and his father just got home. I'll let you talk to Sean from here.
Chris, I'm canceling the wedding.
Why? I just wanted to reunite you with your real mother.
No one said to do such a thing.
Huh?
I don't know what she told you, but it wasn't my dad who cheated, it was her.
Huh?
Dad used to go on a lot of business trips. She used this as an opportunity to bring guys into the house. One day, Dad got home earlier than was planned and found out. That's when they got divorced.
Maybe that's a lie? Mrs. Leon told you this, right?
Dad and Mrs. Lyon only met half a month after the divorce. And they only started going out another half a year later.
What?
There are a lot of people who can prove this. But most importantly, I remember it happening myself. Not like I want to remember, though.
That means you didn't want to meet Miss Duncan?
Obviously.
But I had no idea she was like that. So I thought it would be better to invite your real mom instead of her to the wedding. It's not like I meant any harm.
But you did, didn't you?
What?
A few days later, after I told you that Mrs. Leon was my father's second husband, I accidentally overheard you talking on the phone with one of your friends. You said something like, "Oh, this woman pretending to be Sean's mother is definitely no good. I'll find a way to get them divorced."
You heard?
You hadn't met her yet at the time, so I thought you would understand she was a good person when she did. Which is why I didn't say anything. To think that she would bring that woman just to get my parents divorced.
But
You only believed what Miss Duncan said because you wanted to believe it so you could get my parents divorced. That's why you didn't even think to doubt her.
it's a known fact that stepmothers are evil.
Huh?
Which is why I wanted to save you from that terrible woman.
What is that nonsense? No matter how you look at it, what you did was a terrible deed based on a misconception fueled by your spite.
Huh?
There are stepmothers who raise their children like their own, and families who love each other despite not being related by blood. Mrs. Lyon, my mother, is the one who taught me this.
That's impossible.
It seems like you even looked down on my father, thinking he was a cheater. I don't think I can get along with someone who sees my parents like that.
I don't want to cancel the marriage.
If you just accept now, there's no need to pay any sort of alimony. As nothing's technically happened yet. I think it would be best for the both of us.
No!
Sorry, but I don't feel like marrying you anymore.
I said I don't want to cancel the marriage. It's not like you don't like me anymore, right?
What? Of course I don't like you anymore.
Huh?
Anyways, I'll set up a meeting so we can talk things through face to face. The both of us aren't being logical right now, so it's probably best if we cool down for a bit. Bye.
You don't like me anymore?
It seems Sean telling Chris that he didn't like her anymore had a big effect on her. Ultimately, she seemed to stop caring and agreed to cancel the marriage. But the real hell awaited her after all of this. Apparently, Miss Duncan and her new husband barged into Chris's apartment. They keep telling her to support them financially now that she's Sean's wife, even though she keeps saying the marriage was canceled. Her relationship with her parents was ruined after they found out about the incident, so she has no one to rely on anymore. She gave up and is now supporting Miss Duncan and her husband, two unemployed middle-aged people who are basically strangers to her. No one tries to help her, and apparently she can be frequently seen crying day and night while working her butt off.